I'm up next. Brits abroad get a bad rap, but I just think it's time to cut them some slack. Brits like to have a laugh, they like to have a drink, they're big spenders. And there are some Brits that misbehave on holiday. They have a few too many drinks, but they're the small minority and they're just being defamed, basically. The whole of Europe seems to hate Brits travelling to their countries, but America loves them. So I think more Brits should go to America.
So, Paula, this came from a couple of stories doing the rounds, separate ones,
yes,
but all kind of fall into the same package. The first being that after maybe a year or so of the Canary and the Balearic Islands, Mallorca and so on, complaining about rowdy British tourists,
yes,
they're now moaning, laughably, that tourism is down and the Brits aren't turning up. Somewhere else, I think it was maybe Menorca, had banned, maybe rightly or wrongly, Benjamin could answer this in a second, they'd banned penis-shaped inflatables in the water because Brits love them too much. You think they get a bad rap?
Yeah, I think Brits like to have a laugh. I mean, the last holiday I went was Dubai, and I had a wonderful time, and quite a lot of Brits go there. And I remember sunbathing by the pool, and then I saw a whole load of guys doing press-ups and then down in a pint of beer, and I thought, oh, I bet they're Brits. But they were just having a laugh and they're fun. You know, other people are just reading, being boring. But Brits, they do pranks, they're having a laugh, and they're very chatty and friendly. I'm a Brit, obviously.
The problem is, though, when they've had 10 of those pints, they become really obnoxious.
Well, not really deprived, they get arrested,
and they
so
fight.
they behave better there. Maybe they need to be stricter
vomit in the
Spain.
street.
They don't. I've never seen people vomit in the street. I spent a lot of time in Spain, and the people that I have seen misbehaving are the Moroccans. I've seen them commit crimes, actually, and I had to tell the police. So the Moroccans are very bad.
I'm sure some Brits have committed crimes.
Yes, but I've actually seen Moroccans like rob people, offer illegal things to people. Moroccans, they cause a lot of problems, but we don't hear about it here.
Well, look, this is interesting because I don't think I personally have ever seen any other nationalities behave in the way some British cohorts do abroad, especially when they're 10 pints down. Benjamin, what do you make of the Menorca ban on penis-shaped inflatables in the sea?
I mean, you know, I kind of hate stuff like that. I find it a bit grim, and also, given it's a family destination, I think it'd just be a bit awkward if you're there with little kids or something to try and explain what's going on. But you know what? I mean, look, I like dangerous travel. I go to countries where ISIS are the problem, not British tourists. Yeah. So these aren't situations that I tend to come across. Although I have been to Benidorm 3 times. I'll confess, all 3 occasions were as a journalist being sent there to write about it.
Did you bring a donkey home?
No, I didn't. But tell you what, when I did go there the first time, you know, Madge on the TV show Benidorm, she would go around on her scooter. The mayor of Benidorm had to ban renting scooters to British tourists because they were all getting on them like Madge from the TV show and having a cigarette and getting drunk going down the beachfront.
Do you look down on people who go to Benidorm?
Well, this is the thing. This is where I think the problem is, right? In that lots of people that look as nice as James does, for example, that might go to a nice restaurant and have, you know, a couple of bottles of red wine each. That's a lot of alcohol. That's a fabulous day out. No problem with it in principle. But even if they're rowdy on the way home, they don't get judged in this way. You know, middle-class, upper-middle-class Britons aren't looked at like this. But you sit around the pool and you drink beer all day with your top off and a tattoo, and people start making judgments. And I do think there's a snobbery in it.
Yeah, but they do. Those guys were doing like push-ups and stuff. Like if you get drunk, I'm sure
you're
you
obsessed with push-ups, Paula.
No, but I'm saying
go on the floor.
No, but I'm saying, but like guys do pranks. Like, I've seen British guys and they dare each other to do things, or they just do weird stuff. Other people that are, you know, I don't know.
I think this is really interesting.
They don't do things like that. They just stagger home.
So I spend a lot of time in the south of Spain, and I see some of these people behaving in the towns, and some of it is really tacky and nasty, and you don't want it to happen. However, I also think the Spanish are being a little bit silly, and I think they're looking to bite the hand that feeds them, because without that tourism, they will be nowhere. It is their major source of GDP in all of these countries. So I'm afraid they're just going to have to...
James, dare I ask if you've ever staggered down the West End in Ibiza, urinating in doorways and singing English football songs?
If any viewers can find the inflatable penis that I lost in New York, please send it into the GB News studios. I do think it's a little awkward and a little embarrassing when you think the way that Americans think about Brits in their head, right? They think we're all kind of James Bond. They think we're this kind of classy thing from Downton Abbey or whatever else. And then, you know, a smash cut to guys in Ibiza getting absolutely hammered. And that is embarrassing. I'd like for us to up our game a little bit.
And it does feel like we're worse than any other nationality. You know, maybe we're just self-aware and we're quite self-deprecating as a culture. But
we have a pub culture
the
here
extent
as well.
of drinking that people go to. You know, especially as someone who's now in my 30s, yes, I don't look it, but I am. I don't want to get, like, really hammered hammered, it doesn't seem fun. It seems quite stressful. And so I kind of think, is it not a shame that that's the only way that we as Brits express ourselves?
Well, I did a season in Ibiza when I was 18.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I don't know if any viewers at home have seen Kevin and Perry Go Large, the
Yes,
the film
I've seen that.
about the two lads. Well, the one lad goes to Ibiza to be a superstar DJ. I basically did that. I copied that.
Were you
How
a
did it go?
superstar?
I did a few small gigs here and there, but I never quite made it to Amnesia or Radio 1. No.
I bet you had a lot of
Sorry,
fun, though.
is Amnesia a club? I forget.
It's a club, yeah.
Very good.
It's a
Oh,
nice club.
very good.
But there we go. I think we should be proud of our British
Yeah,
culture.
I like to see
We're
youngsters
just-
have fun. They're
Yeah.
young people having a laugh after university. Good on
Ben,
them.
you're a proper lad, right?
Really?
Do you not, or you were? Do the mates that you went to school with and things from back home, would they go and drink a lot in Ibiza or something?
Not
like that?
now, but I have a story. Back in the day, the first ever time we went to Ibiza, I'll be very quick, we're running out of time.
Oh, that's the lawyer.
We were 17. A couple of our group after a night out, not me, a couple had a wee in the street. The civil guard came over, slapped them over the face, made them mop up their behaviour with their tops, and gave us, or all of us actually, even though it wasn't me who did it, a battering with a truncheon. Do you know what? None of us ever did anything like that ever again. So that's something maybe to consider.
I had a similar experience, but I had to pay for it.
What, in a fine? Right.